A CEO earned over $20 million during his career. Today, he still sets an alarm every morning, drives to the office, and quietly wonders if he can ever afford to retire. How can someone who earned more money than most people will see in 10 lifetimes still feel financially trapped? The answer could completely change how you think about wealth. Since childhood, we've been told a simple formula: study hard, build a successful career, earn a high income, and retirement will eventually take care of itself. It sounds logical, but thousands of executives discovered that a large paycheck alone cannot purchase the one thing they wanted most: complete financial freedom. Meet Diana. After nearly 30 years climbing the corporate ladder, she finally became CEO of a multinational company. Her annual compensation exceeded $1 million. Friends admired her, employees respected her. From the outside, her life looked perfect, but behind closed doors, a completely different financial reality quietly existed. Diana never intended to become financially trapped. Every promotion simply brought a slightly larger lifestyle: a bigger house, luxury cars, international vacations, private schools, exclusive memberships. None of these decisions seemed irresponsible, but together, they quietly created a life that demanded an extraordinary income just to keep everything running. At first, Diana believed she worked because she loved leading the company. But over time, something quietly changed. Her lifestyle became completely dependent on her million-dollar salary. Walking away no longer meant leaving a job. It meant risking the life she had spent decades building. This invisible trap has a name: the Golden Handcuffs. Diana wasn't trapped by her company. She was trapped by the income her lifestyle demanded. Every month, enormous financial commitments waited for her paycheck: mortgage payments, insurance, staff salaries, club memberships, investments requiring constant funding. Missing one paycheck suddenly felt impossible, despite earning more than most people ever will. Here's the mistake many successful professionals make. They confuse income with wealth. Income stops the moment you stop working. Wealth keeps working long after you leave the office. $1 million paycheck may create an impressive lifestyle, but only assets can create lasting financial independence. Imagine two executives earning exactly the same salary. Diana spends nearly everything to maintain an extraordinary lifestyle. Another executive quietly invests a significant portion every year. 20 years later, one still depends on a paycheck. The other depends on assets. Their salaries were identical, but their futures became completely different. Most people believe retirement begins at a certain age, 60, 65, or 70, but retirement has never been about age. It has always been about income that continues without work. Diana discovered that despite earning millions, she had built a lifestyle supported by salary, not by assets that could replace it. Diana's biggest challenge wasn't money, it was comparison. Early in her career, success meant earning more than her peers. Later, she compared herself to founders, investors, billionaires, and other executives. Every achievement created a new benchmark. The finish line kept moving farther away, making enough money feel like it was never enough. Human beings quickly adapt to improvement. What once felt extraordinary eventually becomes normal. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. The larger house, luxury vacations, and expensive lifestyle that once brought excitement slowly become expectations. Without realizing it, Diana wasn't chasing happiness anymore. She was chasing a lifestyle she had become accustomed to. Diana spent years trying to maximize income, but income was never the true goal. Freedom was. Freedom to choose how to spend time. Freedom to work because you want to, not because you must. The wealthiest people often focus less on earning more and more on owning assets that continue working without them. Now imagine someone completely different. Emma never earned a $1 million salary. She worked an ordinary job, lived below her means, and invested consistently for decades. While Diana chased larger paychecks, Emma quietly built assets. One retired years earlier than expected. The other was still waiting for the right time to stop working. While Diana worked longer hours to increase her income, Emma's investments quietly continued growing day and night. Compounding doesn't care about job titles or expensive offices. It rewards patience, consistency, and time. Eventually, Emma's money began earning more money than she could have earned by working additional hours. One of the biggest differences between wealthy people and high earners is ownership. High earners rely on their time to produce income. Wealthy people gradually build assets that produce income without demanding their daily attention. Diana earned impressive paychecks. Emma quietly built ownership that continued paying her long after work ended. Ask yourself one simple question. If your salary disappeared tomorrow, how long would your current lifestyle survive? Days, months, years? Financial freedom isn't measured by income. It's measured by how long your assets can support your life without requiring you to earn another paycheck. The biggest danger wasn't Diana's income. It was the belief that her next promotion would solve everything. Every raise felt like one step closer to freedom. Instead, it quietly increased her obligations. More income created more comfort, but not more independence. She was climbing higher while remaining tied to the same financial ladder. One evening, Diana asked herself a question she had avoided for years. If I never received another paycheck, how long could I maintain this life? The answer shocked her. Despite decades of extraordinary earnings, her financial security depended more on tomorrow's salary than yesterday's success. That realization changed Diana's financial strategy forever. Instead of asking, how can I earn more, she began asking, how can I own more? Every investment became another employee working around the clock. Every asset became another step toward freedom instead of another step toward a larger lifestyle. Financial freedom doesn't mean owning the biggest house or earning the highest salary. It means waking up each morning knowing your life is supported by assets instead of obligations. The day your investments can pay your bills is the day work becomes a choice, not a necessity. Diana realized she had spent decades maximizing her income while giving far less attention to building financial independence. The painful truth wasn't that she earned too little, it was that she had delayed turning income into lasting assets. Time had always been her greatest investment partner, and every delayed decision carried an invisible cost. The wealthiest people rarely depend on a single paycheck, no matter how large it is. They build multiple streams of income through businesses, investments, real estate, and ownership. Their goal isn't simply earning more each year, their goal is making work optional by allowing assets to produce income long after they stop working. Success is often measured by titles, salaries, and luxury lifestyles. But true financial success is measured differently. It's measured by freedom, flexibility, and the ability to choose how you spend your time. The richest person in the room isn't always the highest earner. It's often the one who no longer depends on a paycheck. Diana finally understood that retirement isn't something you purchase with a high salary. It's something you build through years of intentional financial decisions. Every dollar invested becomes another brick in the foundation of freedom. Every unnecessary expense delays the day you truly own your time. Diana wasn't poor, she wasn't unsuccessful. She simply believed a larger salary automatically created financial freedom. In reality, income creates opportunity, but only ownership creates independence. The difference between earning money and keeping financial freedom is one of the most important lessons anyone can learn. If this documentary changed the way you think about money, you're exactly where you belong. Subscribe to Zahra Invest for more powerful finance documentaries that uncover the hidden psychology behind wealth, business, and financial freedom. And before you leave, tell us in the comments, what's more valuable, earning more money or owning more assets?